Right, Oklahoma, welcome back. A new report just released by the Alzheimer's Association, and it looks not only at the impact that this disease has on those who have it, but also the people who care for these folks with this disease. So in studio this morning, we have Matt Coop with the OK chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Matt, thanks so much for coming on and
Thank you for having me.
Talking about this report. I mean, this is really important data that you all can use to help with those who have Alzheimer's and those who are caring for them. All right, so let's dive in here. So just kind of break down the numbers for us. Here in Oklahoma, how many people are living with Alzheimer's and how many people are caring for someone with this disease?
So based on last year's data, we've got about 70,000 individuals above the age of 65 living with the disease, about 108,000 caretakers in the state of Oklahoma.
And, you know, the report, it also looks at dementia navigation or dementia care navigation. Explain to our viewers what that is.
So dementia care navigation is kind of that full process from start to finish, kind of figuring out what doctors to talk to, navigating through the healthcare system, what appointments to schedule, what testings to go through, and kind of figuring out insurance, medication, things like that.
How helpful are those tools, those resources in helping folks, you know, get connected with that?
Very helpful. I know with the association on our end, we do have community resource finders, our own kind of in partnership with the AARP. We find you with neurologists, geriatricians, things like that. So there are resources out there to kind of help you navigate through that process.
And you were able to get some feedback from folks who are caring for someone with Alzheimer's. Can you talk to me about just how critical it is for you all to hear from some of these folks? I think you have some percentages of people who said, you know, what's working, what's not working.
Yes, so we have about, I believe, a majority, about over 70% of people who do wish they had some sort of care navigation or some sort of help along those ways, which is helpful to us because it knows who we're reaching out to, who actually needs the help, who's some areas in the state that are getting those help. So we're kind of filling those gaps as well. So.
And you can take that information to lawmakers. I do want to talk about what you all are doing on the state level here. I know we're in session right now. Are there any bills that you all are looking at right now to get passed during the session? Currently,
there are some bills to kind of help with those trainings. So we are kind of figuring out some language. It's early on in committee to where we have if you go to get some trainings done, the association, you can submit those paperwork to court saying, hey, I've been trained, I have been certified through the association, I'm willing and able to take on this responsibility of being a caretaker.
How critical is it just to have the data that you all you know, have put together in this report for people at home?
I do think that it helps us in the long run because not only we're entering this kind of era of treatment to where, hey, we're not just kind of standing by, we're getting these numbers, we're doing data, we're doing a good job and being able to show that to people at home. It's like, hey, I appreciate that and I want to kind of move forward this and I want to be able to help in any way that I can.
Absolutely. For people who want to read the report for themselves, where can they go, and also how can they keep up with the Oklahoma chapter of the Alzheimer's Association?
You can go to alz.org/facts. It goes the full report state by state. You can look at Oklahoma or any state you're interested in. And then if you need any help, there's a 24/7 helpline. It's 1-800-272-3900. It's 24/7. If you have questions at 4 a.m. or 2 in the afternoon, or just need a little bit extra help, you can call that number.
All right, and I'm sure it's super helpful for folks that are watching right now that probably know someone that is living with this disease or caring for someone that is living with this disease as well. Matt Coop, thank you so much for coming on. Oklahoma Alzheimer's Association. We're going to put a link to where you can find that report and read it for yourself on the As Seen On section of KOCO.com.